Hey, it's Selena back for a new video. Tonight I'm at North London's Electrowerks for Slimelight. Slimelight is the world's oldest running dark scene club night, and tonight I'm here on their Halloween event asking ravers what exactly the dark scene is goth a dying subculture, and so much more. Let's go. Can you explain what the dark scene is to me?
The dark scene?
Maybe like the true inside of me is, yeah.
Yeah, apparently this night is like a dark scene night.
Okay.
What is that?
That's the first time I've heard it.
Okay, what would you say this night is?
It's a get together, people want to express themselves and enjoy the music and just get down and be themselves.
How are you going to get down?
Dancing.
Yeah. You're gonna like get down low?
No, my knees will hold in. Yeah.
It's on E, like sometimes I don't even sleep. I be in my head cause I'm shit.
I'd always just put it to goth scene. To me, I don't know. It's it's music, so it's definitely the music. It's like the aesthetic.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's kind of basically the core of it. Because besides that, it's multifaceted in so many different ways.
Yeah.
So why name it? Why try and put a label on something in it?
True,
It's just you go to one event and it's like, okay, cool, you hear about another event, and you go to another event, you see the same kind of people around, same kind of energy as you as well. That's what it's ultimately, that's how you build community. Because that's what I'd call it, just community.
I think the word alternative gets thrown around a lot these days, but it really is the best word to use when describing something. It is an alternate from the desired norm. It's going against whatever the bloody place you're living's dominant ideology is. You're just able to kind of express yourself in the way that isn't normally accepted, like on the street or in a normal venue. When you come here, or when you have like an expression of, I don't know, like dark music or dark dancing, things that are considered just a bit different, you can actually be that part of yourself that's not always there because it's considered not the right thing, but you could just kind of be what you want here.
It's basically regular people who dress particularly well and enjoy being around other people that are very there's lots of things about the goth scene which you can mark. You can do degrees in being a goth. You can study it as a subculture. It's been around since the 80s. And it generally attracts a certain level of society, which is generally intelligent, alternative, and misunderstood.
I think it's just sort of an interest or fascination maybe with things just off the beaten path, things maybe a little more secretive. Asked like, what is goth? I was like, well, yeah, but it's everything from swirly medieval to vampires playing role-playing games in the park to heavy metal band.
Do you think that all of these sort of subcultures are dying out?
Yeah, it is dying a little bit. Like, we're definitely looking for new members. Like, please.
Recruiting now!
Goth is undead. It's a counterculture, and you see it being reinvented in different ways. You have like the newer goths, and they are like, they're countering a different thing.
I think there's a lot to be said about like gatekeeping, and like some subcultural spaces are definitely like gatekept in a way where they're still there but no one new is really going to get in. But then you have other subcultures that they're so open now that it's kind of losing what it actually like originally was about. I think punk is a perfect example of that, where there are so many people who have a vague understanding of what it's meant to be, but they don't actually consider like the history, the roots, the context. Like, punk isn't, and the same with every subculture, it's not just about look at me, look at how I dress. It's a movement in a way.
They're coming and going. I think it's a wave. It sort of comes and goes in waves. They were sort of on life's apart pretty recently. I think the biggest challenge, though, is that we're losing venues in so many cities. I've lived the last 20 years in New York City, and New York is maybe a little ahead of London in losing venues, but it's definitely happening here. Some of that is affordability, some of it is incompatibility as cities grow, and generally the scenes that are able to hang on are the ones that are the most profitable, and the alternative is never the most profitable, sort of proudly so.
What is a stereotype that's associated with goth that you don't actually think is correct?
Well, there's so many. I think that there's any connection between a religious perspective and the scene. The scene is deeper, it's more about people, culture, aesthetics. It's about a sense of belonging, which is what all subcultures
Yeah.
are. Like, think about any single group in the world. Everything's about the sense of belonging. All we want to do is belong.
No satanic rituals or
That we're moving, because I'm not really like loving sort of bubbly, silly people mostly. The aesthetic is very serious, but it's really the skin deep.
So what scares you the most?
Failing my kids, that's about it.
Needles. I've got a massive needle phobia.
Monday mornings about 7 a.m.
commitment.
Okay.